it's Amy.
And I'm Justin, and welcome to another episode with Camcorg.
Today we're having another cook-off. I'm challenging Justin to making paella. What is paella? Well, paella is Spain's national dish. Can you believe it? Their national dish. And it originated from a town called Valencia. There's a couple different types of paella. What are the types, Justin?
Well, we have seafood paella, we have vegetarian paella, we have mixed paella, and we also have the world famous original paella valenciana.
That's right, paella valenciana.
Original paella valenciana usually consists of Spanish short grain rice. We also have meats such as chicken and rabbit, and also green bean vegetables. We have spices such as saffron and paprika, and also rosemary.
So today we're not actually going to be making the original paella valenciana. I'm actually going to be making a vegetarian version, my very own vegetarian version. Sometimes people think, oh, we don't like vegetarian versions because it's just vegetables. Well, think again, because most people, they think of vegetarian as a dish that just has vegetables in it and it's green. But in this case, I'm using some really awesome ingredients that's gonna make the illusion of meat but not actually be meat. It's gonna be vegetarian. I'm going to be using ingredients such as bamboo, tofu, king oyster mushrooms, and boiled egg. If you're a vegan and you don't want to use boiled egg, simple, just leave it out. For those who are vegetarians and can eat dairy product, it's a nice ingredient to provide your daily protein. And it's gonna look awesome in the dish.
I'll be making the mixed paella, which usually includes seafood and meat. What's great about paella is that it's a big dish that can be made in bulk so that you can feed lots of people.
Yeah, families and parties. And talking about family and parties, we're right around the corner for Easter, as you can tell. I actually think this is the perfect dish to use for an Easter family party, because what is Easter? You think of eggs and scavenger hunting, looking for eggs. Well, in paella, there's so many ingredients that go into this dish, and it's such a large portion that when your friends and family comes over to the pot and starts picking out their food, they literally can scavenger hunt and pick what they want to eat and leave the stuff that they don't want to eat, and it's just really fun. You just make one and you can feed everyone. So, enough about paella and what goes in it and what we're making. You guys probably want to see us making the food. So are you ready for this, Justin?
Oh yeah!
Let's get cooking! Saffron, guys, this is the most expensive spice in the world.
Yeah, a couple grams of this can cost you anywhere from $15 to $40, at least where we live.
Yeah, definitely. So, we ended up toasting this over open fire, and we recommend you guys not to touch the flames whatsoever because we ended up burning ours the first time.
So burnt.
It burns really quickly, so you're only going to be doing it for a couple seconds. Not touching the fire. Low fire, okay guys? And for my vegetarian dish, I'm gonna be using a lot less salt than the meat dish. But you guys have to make sure you're careful on the salt with the meat also, because what ends up happening is when you cook meat at a certain temperature, the juice releases from the meat and then reabsorbs it when you let it sit. But in this case, since you're cooking it with rice, the rice ends up absorbing all the juice from the meat and it ends up absorbing all the salt. So salt and rice actually taste extra salty. So be careful with the salt.
Oh yeah, and make sure you wrap your chicken in paper towel before you fry, otherwise it's gonna explode all over your face, which it did to me.
Yeah, and we totally recommend you guys to cook paella outside because it gets super messy inside the kitchen. So you guys can cook it on a butane stove and you can just cook it outside. It'll save you a ton of time in cleaning in your kitchen. And then also with the artichokes, I recommend you guys removing the outer layer, even if it's the pre-cut artichoke in a can, because that outer layer can get really tough when you cook it for too long.
So I pre-sliced my chorizo raw, and what I found out was when I cooked it, all the spice inside the chorizo went into the dish, and it made it super spicy. So if you don't want the dish too spicy, I recommend frying the link whole and then slice it right before serving, so that the spice stays inside the chorizo and doesn't absorb into the rest of the dish.
But if you guys like it spicy, by all means, cut it up. Yeah, the juice will go right inside and give you that great kick. So as you guys can see, we ended up using runner beans and snow peas. I recommend you guys to just using runner beans because in the snow peas, there's this extra fiber string on the outside that when you overcook it, it becomes really tough.
Really stringy.
Really stringy. We literally were spitting this every time we ate it. So yeah, avoid the snow peas, just use the runner beans. Also, paella is a dish that you don't really stir once you add the rice to it because the rice will end up releasing all its starch. A quick tip that I recommend is you guys can pre-wash your rice. If you pre-wash it, it'll remove the majority of the starch and it will keep your dish from getting too sticky and it's more diabetic friendly.
Oh yeah, and a little more fluffy too.
Yep. So here you can see I added my soft boiled egg at the very end when the fire is off to the finished dish. And I wanted to bury it so the skin of the egg can absorb some of the flavor and have color. But make sure you guys don't touch the egg at the bottom of the pan because the dish is still so hot, the pan will literally cook the egg and make it into hard boil. Here's my king oyster mushroom. This fried mushroom is the best part in the vegetarian dish. It's so good, right, Justin?
So good.
Yeah, and it's even vegan friendly because the batter is only made up of potato starch, garlic salt, and water. So it's pretty simple.
A little tip about the shrimp, guys. So when we had the shrimp, we found out that there was only flavor on one side. So if we ever make this again, and we recommend this for you, steam the shrimp for 1 minute, then flip it over so both sides will have flavor. Just remember to cover it with foil each time so that the seafood gets fully cooked.
Yeah, and it'll add a little bit more color to the shrimp too when you have the finished product, so it'll look beautiful.
Nice and golden pink.
So here we have it, guys. Look at those dishes. It's awesome. It
So
looks
good.
great. It literally looks like what you see in a magazine.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it now.
I mean, if you look up any paella dish, your finished dish will look just like anybody's paella dish, and it's gonna look picture perfect, whether or not you overcooked it or undercooked it. So, wow, I can't wait to show you guys what it tastes like.
So good.
So here we have it, the finished product. My vegetarian paella.
My mixed paella.
We have two special guests with us today. This is Jonathan, and this is Oscar.
Hi, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed us making these two recipes. We have all the details in the description below.
So you guys excited to start eating our paella?
Oh yeah.
It looks delicious, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Let's
dig in.
go! Okay, let's just start eating. So which one do you want? Do you want to try vegetarian?
Try both.
You guys said it like 100 times. Just in case.
Just in case you didn't know.
That's a mushroom.
It's like a tempura mushroom.
Yep.
What's this? Artichoke.
Artichoke. How's the egg, Oscar?
I love eggs.
I love rice. Oh, good.
I like the eggs, it's not too well done inside.
Yep, it's soft boiled. And then you
go.
can put it at the end just so it can marinate.
Oh, you know it's the spice, the chorizo is the spice.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do your job, Jason.
Well, chicken's good. I taste the saffron in the skin. Sure.
This chorizo's good. Oh, it is spicy.
The chicken is like a smoked chicken.
Alright. It's good.
So compared to the smell, how would you guys describe the smell of this dish after we finish making it?
I don't really taste it.
So you can smell it, right?
Yeah, when it was cooking, but actually when I was done cooking, I didn't really smell it.
No?
But I can taste it on the skin of the chicken, for sure.
You get one of these?
No, for sure.
What would you describe saffron as?
A Cuban cigar.
Cuban cigar. I let it smell like Las Vegas after we finished making it. But the taste is pretty good.
Yeah, the chicken's actually good. With the saffron taste, it actually tastes good.
Yeah?
It's like a smoked taste. But different kind, not like Texas barbecue. Like herbal smoke.
Do you like the vegetarian version? Is it better than you would expect just a vegetable
Yep.
dish?
It's better than the one that we had at Paradise Cove. That one really just tastes like rice pilaf with butter, like a bunch of butter. This one actually has some spice taste.
It's the authentic.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even remember smelling saffron in the one at Paradise.
Maybe they don't use it.
Was it
We
yellowish?
use it.
It was yellowish too. It could be turmeric.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What do you guys think about it? Do you like it?
That's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the cake on Justin's.
Yeah, this is
That's a
huge
really
cake.
nice cake. Which one's Justin's?
Yeah.
This is the meat one, the brown
The
looking
mixed
one.
one.
And then mine is like the yellowish one.
But then the fried mushrooms on yours is like really good.
Yeah? Oh, that's my ultimate weapon in this vegetarian dish.
I'm really enjoying these mushrooms, Amy.
Thank you.
The crunch that you experience when you're eating these is just something that you don't come to get too often when you're eating mushrooms.
It's
It's really-
Taiwanese.
It's really refreshing.
Oh, thanks. Ooh. I have extra fried mushrooms right in the middle, guys.
Whoa.
Pretty good, pretty good.
How's the seafood? So the seafood was added in at the very end. Do you taste any like flavor in it? Like the shrimp and the mussel.
I feel like the saffron went into it.
Yeah. It was added at the very end, so I don't know if there's like
I do taste the saffron, like more like lightly coated on the shrimp. So the shrimp has flavor.
What's the stringy stuff in the vegetarian?
Oh, it's bamboo shoots.
Oh, okay.
I wanted it to taste a little like meatier and not just use vegetables, so I use a lot of texture vegetables.
You know the flavor that's in the meat one? It makes it taste like it would be good to go with drinks. Like if you're gonna bring this to a
Sangria.
party.
Okay.
Or margaritas.
Yeah, I was thinking like beer and stuff.
Yeah. Dos Equis.
Yeah, it'd be a good party food for just a group of friends that are eating together. No, whether or not you put a lot of flavor, if you put more flavor, it'll just make you want to have drinks together. Chicken perfect.
That's good.
Yeah, the chicken.
We made sure to watch the chicken.
Yeah. They said this is supposed to turn black over use.
The pans.
Yeah. Well, at least that one, the original version. This one's a different material. This is aluminum. And then that one's
carbon steel.
Yeah. It literally rusts
If you don't take
right away within like a minute.
If you don't coat it,
You have to like season it.
Well, you have to coat it and you have to remove water. Like if you wash it, you have to remove the water like right away. I literally turned around for 5 minutes. It came back. It was like oozing with rust. So in paella, supposedly you're supposed to that hard piece at the bottom is supposed to be that signature of the dish.
Crispy
Like the
thing?
crispy at the bottom. Yeah.
I know that.
I know like for this, it's not going to have as much because since vegetables don't have natural oils, it's not going to really fry like compared
like
to
a napkin.
Oh, that makes sense.
compared to the meat version. So
there you have
okay,
it.
there you have it.
Yeah.
Yay! Our paella.
If you like what you see, please leave any comments and subscribe below.